And then my final question, Gene, I'll start with you on this one because you made some fantastic calls over the years, Apple being one of them. But let's talk about big tech companies. The two largest in the market right now are Apple and Microsoft. Apple's a $2.7 trillion company, Microsoft about 2.4 trillion right now. Which company will have the largest market capitalization of publicly traded firms in the year 2030? Is it one of those two companies or is it something else?
I think it's Apple. I've been a long believer in Apple, but I don't keep that belief based on tradition. It's what I see going forward. I think there are two areas that you're going to see progressively. Number one is that investors are going to start to see this more as a consumer staple company. Surprisingly, consumer staples trade at higher multiples than tech companies. And just the growing base of users, 2 billion plus, grew at 8% in the December quarter. I think that's something that is a faster pace of its user growth than Microsoft has. And on top of that, they've got some new markets to get into. When it comes to Apple, it's related to the metaverse. We'll likely see their new, at least a preview of their new wearable headset in the next month. Won't really add revenue for the next few years, but that's something. And don't forget about the car. And they want to build a car, whether or not that sees the light of day is something else. But that is a big market. That could be 25% of their revenue in 2030. And so that's a large market that they could go after. When it comes to Microsoft, they have an opportunity just to AI-ify all of their products. To me, that's not as exciting as going into new markets that Apple has that optionality up to. So I'll take Apple on that.
Doug, last word is yours. It's a convincing case. Do you agree Apple's the largest company by 2030?
I think I would take the field. If I had to pick one, I'll give you two in the field. And why? I think Google or Meta are maybe dark horses to be one or the other of biggest market cap company. The reason for Google could be if they do figure out AI. I still think, and we probably all agree, AI is the next internet. It's probably the biggest opportunity from a tech standpoint that we'll see in the next 10 plus years. And I think they've been underestimated how much work they've done in AI, and I think how good their products will ultimately be. If they figure that out, they could be the biggest company. Meta, the dark horse case is that the metaverse actually happens and takes off. And if that really does happen, they own this, more vibrant social layer where people are spending even more of their time. It's hard to imagine why they wouldn't be the most valuable company in the world.